We are back for the How to Fall Back in Love with Your Business series. I am Allegra Jackson, the marketing medulla, and I'm coming back to you with this amazing second part of the series that's going to give you some information on how to fall back in love with your business. I have partnered up with amazing coaches. We have Andrea Patrick and we have Miss Kellee Williams, and both of the coaches are listed in description. So I want to make sure that you follow these coaches because we will be giving out a special prize for everyone at the end of this series. And when you follow them, just make sure that you go ahead and comment in each of our profiles so that we know that you watched the video. Just want to go ahead and introduce myself. For those of you who I don't know, my name is Allegra, the marketing medulla, and I help women and BIPOC entrepreneurs start, grow, and scale their business. I am a business coach, I'm a marketing strategist, and I've been an entrepreneur for almost 15 years. So I absolutely love what I do. And when it comes to coaching people one-on-one, I help you with your business plans, help you write those business plans out, whether it's doing it with you or doing it for you. I also help you with your marketing strategies and figuring out how to reach your target audience, right? Because you have to know how to make money and who the people are that want to pay for your services and your products. And I also help you get capital resources for your business, from funding when it comes to grants and loans and crowdfunding campaigns. And I think that it's very wise for us as business owners to know that in the beginning of business, we have to have money to run our businesses. And the way we do that is to find where the money is. And a lot of money for women entrepreneurs and Black business owners are being left on the table. So as a business coach, my job is to make sure that you don't do that. And so my resources, my partners, I put them all together inside of my AJCEO business coaching group. And we do one-on-one coaching with you to help you get to your goals quicker. So if you want to go ahead and link up with me, there is a link that is in the description. It will help you connect with me, get on a call with me, and I would love to help you figure out what your struggles are and how to get to your goals. We talked about last time, the 5 whys in how to fall back in love with your business. That was tip number 1. And if you did not get to watch that video, go right back to the playlist and you can actually see that video and watch it all the way through. Make sure that you get as much information about this. If you're feeling a little tired in your business operation, if you're feeling like things are a little dry, these tips are going to help you kind of rekindle the fire for your business. So go back to that video and watch that. This video is going to dig into part 2, which the title of this part is Delegate, Delegate, Delegate. The reason why this is so important is because delegating responsibilities is going to help you release a lot of the stress that you have on yourself as a business owner. There's a lot of responsibilities when it comes to starting a business. First of all, you have to know what you're doing. And a lot of times as business owners, we really don't know what we're doing. I mean, we may have a passion, we may have an idea, and we want to make sure that we get that idea to the public. But we really don't have all of the expertise in all the areas that you need to run a business. For example, accounting. For another example, legal expertise, right? I always advise any business owner to have an accountant and a lawyer, even when you start off. And the reason is because you have to know what kind of laws are in place that you have to abide by with regards to your business. And you also have to make sure that you manage your money properly. So the first step is figure out what you don't want to do. There's already enough hats that you need to wear as a business owner, especially in the startup phase. So you want to make sure that you identify which specific things in your business that you really don't enjoy doing, or the things that are the most difficult. And the reason why you want to focus on these opportunities is because there are people that are highly professional and experts in their field when it comes to maybe accounting or legal services or any of the things that you may need to run your business when it comes to vendors. And I think that when you figure out what you don't want to do, you can easily hand these responsibilities down to people like your virtual assistants and your accountant and your lawyer. So just make sure that you figure out what you don't want to do, and then make sure that you hand those tasks down to individuals that can handle their responsibilities. The reason why I think that it's really important to understand how to delegate and how to resource yourself is because in order to grow your business, or in order to scale your business, you're going to have to build a team. And when you start to partner with people early on in your business and give them responsibilities that you rather not do, stick with them and learn from them. So if you don't carry them throughout the lifetime of your business, that you can still be able to step in that position when you need to and do the actual work that is needed to make sure that your business runs. This is going to help you really well when it comes to falling back in love with your business, because you won't be frustrated around making sure that you have somebody in a position all the time. Because when you learn from people that help you grow your business, when it comes time to jump into those positions where it's needed, you can easily do that without fail, and also transfer that information down through an SOP to the individual that is going to fill that position next. So make sure you figure out what you don't want to do and hand it down to the professionals and vendors and contractors that are going to be able to help you release that responsibility. Now, another tip that I want to give is choose who you really want to delegate the responsibilities to very, very wisely. I mentioned that there are a lot of people that you can delegate responsibilities to in the startup phase when it comes to not having actual staff. When you have staff, one of the major things that you want to focus on is the people that work for you, their strengths. Figure out what their strengths are. Figure out who is good at what, and who are the leaders in your organization. Once you figure out who the leaders are in your organization and the people who actually want to take on the responsibilities of a lot of the tasks that you may have on your plate, then you can identify those leaders, identify those staff members, and then wisely choose these individuals to have the conversations with about the responsibilities that you would need them to take care of, and also be able to know that your choice to choose these individuals was based on a very wise choice, because they already had a desire to do this actual work that you want to hand down to them. And it is going to help them maybe grow in a certain area in the business where they may want to learn and grow in. So choose who you want to delegate the responsibilities to, and make sure that it is a very wise decision on your part, as well as the part of the person that is taking on the job. Another tip that I want to cover is, make sure that, they understand what is expected. When it comes down to delegating, when you're falling back in love with your business, you want to make sure that, number one, you're handing down all these responsibilities, that you use those SOPs, which I mentioned, which are standard operational procedures. Standard operational procedures are so easy to make. And if you never made a standard operational procedure, I'll give you a very quick example of what one can be. It doesn't have to be a long, extensive document. It can be something as simple as a checklist. If you ever have gone to a McDonald's bathroom or a Chick-fil-A bathroom or any of the standard chain restaurants, you will find that they normally have a checklist in their bathrooms. They may not have it anymore. I think a lot of the systems have been turned over digitally, but if you're as old as I am, I'm sure that you probably have seen this on the walls of the restrooms, which are checklists that are put into a plastic sleeve, and it has the actual line by line description of what the employee is supposed to do when they clean the bathrooms. And sometimes it may have an AM checklist and a PM checklist. And sometimes it just may be a general checklist that lets anyone who goes into that restroom know what the expectations are. And the reason why this is so important is because some of us really don't set expectations early on in the business. And what it does is it carries on for an extended period of time, and you get used to the way that system is being ran. And then eventually, the system doesn't work, and the employees don't know, what to expect in order to do their jobs, which creates a lot of frustration, very low morale. And that's why a lot of people end up, a lot of business owners end up really feeling overwhelmed, because now their employees have low morale. They don't want to do the jobs. And the business owners have to find, either replace those employees or find other opportunities to hand down work that is not being done on time, because the employees are feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and underappreciated. So make sure that you make your expectations very, very clear to your staff members from the door. And the same goes for any of the vendors and any suppliers or partners that you work with. You have to make sure that the expectations are very clear to them about exactly what you need them to do every step along the way in your business. That's why meetings are very effective when it comes to your business. So if you're not having weekly or bi-weekly, not bi-weekly, but weekly or monthly or bi-monthly meetings that are going to help you and your team grow, then it will make it really hard for your team members and the people around you working with you to know what to expect on an ongoing basis, and to know if you are even meeting your key performance indicators, which are your KPIs. Now, I also want to say that when it comes down to another tip of how to fall back in love with your business, make sure that you're hiring effectively. When it comes down to hiring the right staff, I think it is overlooked how easy it is to hire the right people. I have always said one specific thing that has stuck with me, and I believe it comes from a mentor of mine from a business that I work for. And he said that I hire for attitude, not aptitude. And I've always carried that saying with me, and I've always used that in my business practices. So when someone applies for a job with my company, they're going to be screened based on more of the attitude than the aptitude, which is the skill set. And I believe that you should have great skills as an employee, but you also want to make sure that when you're hiring people, that you have systems in place to train them properly and to show them how you want them to operate within your business, within your organizational personality. But what's most important is that you hire people that have the right attitude, that are aligned with your brand core values, your mission. You want your employees to understand what their purpose is in your business. And so when you're hiring effectively and carefully looking at what your interview layout looks like. So when you have an interview with a new employee, the first thing you want to do is have a set of questions that you're going to ask this employee. You want to make sure, or this potential employee, that is, prospect. When it comes down to carefully considering your applicants, you want to make sure that you, number one, yes, read over their application and make sure that they're actually qualified for the job. But number two, you want to also at the same time look at, what their past job experience are. Don't overlook their references. Call their references, reach out to them and see, what their experiences were like at their previous jobs, and have a questionnaire set up for that as well, so that you can identify if it matches what that actual applicant is saying in their interview. Also, when it comes down to the applicant interview questionnaire, you want to have a sheet of paper in front of you when you're interviewing. I love doing this, having a nice little notebook in front of me that I have a pen and I can write in. But in that notebook, I actually have that person's resume in front of me. And while I'm interviewing this person, I'm literally writing on their resume, not in the notebook. And what it is doing is it is allowing me to take notes on what they're saying and what the resume is saying. It also at the same time gives me an opportunity to ask questions that are in my interview Q&As for the applicants. So on one side, I will have their resume, and I will actually flip it over, with the page in the notebook. And I will go to the next page, which will have the interview questionnaires. And I will have a tendency to flip back and forth and just kind of write in my notebook this way so the applicant doesn't see what I'm actually writing. And I think it's really good to make sure that you have a structured way of doing your interview process. But the reason is because when you have someone that you're hiring for attitude, that's something that you can't really teach someone. I mean, when they have the right attitude, that means that, that's something that came from their upbringing or their experiences in life, and they have curated that type of mentality. But when you have someone who has, the wrong mentality, but they have the right skills, it sometimes can be a little difficult to manage them. So you want to have people that have a very good growth mindset and that wants to be a part of the growth of your company. And those people are the people that you want to hire for attitude. And then you can teach them whatever it is that you want them to learn within your company walls. And that can mean brick and mortar or virtually, now that we're in a digital world. So I wanted to go ahead and just kind of, wrap that part up, because the fourth tip was hiring effectively and making sure that, you hire consistently as well. Because when you're hiring people for your business, some of the things that really make you fall out of love with your business is the fact that you just don't consistently have the right amount of help. And making sure that you have a payroll budget and a certain, goal of what a number of staff you need to have every single year or every single quarter, however you map that out. You want to make sure that you budget that properly and that you consistently have a hiring protocol that allows you to keep people's resumes coming into your door. So when you're ready to hire for another position, you have fresh applicants all the time that you can hire for. And at the same time, you can keep those applications on file and make sure that they are also a part of your database system, where they're being alerted as you're alerting your customers about what's going on in your company. And that can increase the blood flow in your system about how to fall back in love with your business, because these are people who want to work for your company and they're interested. So they're already, liking your business, and they can also, be interested applicants as well as possible clients for you and your products and services and whatever you offer. So I really wanted to go ahead and touch base on that. So hire consistently and make sure that you hire for attitude, not aptitude, so you can keep a low turnover. All right, so last tip of the day. And you know how excited I get when I get to the last tip of the day, because that means that I get to actually stop talking and you can start taking action. So I want to go ahead and say the last tip of the day for the How to Fall Back in Love with Your Business series with the beautiful Miss Andrea Patrick and Kellee Williams, which are two fellow coaches that I partnered with for this series. So make sure that you go over to their lives as well, or their videos, and make sure that you like their videos. Make sure that you leave a comment, and we have some really nice goodies that we're going to give you at the end of this series blast. And the last tip of the day. Okay, so last tip of the day is acknowledge the people who are actually helping you. Okay, so here's the thing. When you're delegating, I think it's really important to understand that the people who are helping you in your business are people who really have the skill set, the knowledge, and the mindset to want to help you in taking over that responsibility. And so in order to honor that person that's doing that, whether it's someone in a managerial position, director, whether it is someone just taking on a general entry-level position, mid-level position, you want to make sure that you acknowledge them by, thanking them for taking on the responsibility. I don't know. I think that giving gifts when it comes down to new people coming into your business is really important. I know that there have been wonderful companies that when you get accepted with an offer letter, they will give you a wonderful gift basket. And I think that that is absolutely amazing, because when you have a company that cares that way about you from the door, it does show a lot of what is more to come. And that means that you are giving them a sneak peek as to how well you treat your people. And I think that that is really important, because when you acknowledge that they're important to your business, and that they are someone that you really want to build with, right, and have a relationship with, then that will actually speak volumes for you, your brand, your core values, your mission. And it will also help that person that's coming aboard, whether it's an employee or someone on contract, partner, it will allow them to feel very welcome and just invited, and just want to work harder for your business, because they feel so much a part of what you're doing. So that is the last tip of the day. I'm so encouraged by this series, y'all. I'm telling you, if you have not watched my partners in partners in the series, the Miss Andrea Patrick and Miss Kellee Williams, after this video ends, I want you to go over to their lives, and after this video ends, I want you to go over to their videos, and I want you to watch for yourself exactly what you need to do to fall back in love with your business with their personal tips for you. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I, again, am Allegra, the marketing medulla, and I'm so thankful to have you guys watching this channel, and I will consistently come back to give you more value and to share so many different opportunities for you to learn about business, about marketing, and about finding money for your business. And this series is going to blow your mind, so I can't wait to see your comments. And if you want to connect with me and you need a coach to help you get your business in order, and you know that you have a lot of things on your plate, make sure you reach out to me. I'm very selective about the people I work with, but once I work with you, I will get you to the place you need to be. So go ahead and connect with me. My information is in the description. And thank you all so much for listening. Have an amazing, amazing day. Well, that's it for episode number 2. And keep watching the series on how to fall back in love with your business. You can subscribe to this channel and make sure that you do not miss any of the amazing videos, from business highlights to any of the impacts on business marketing and professional development. We will come back again with another episode edition of How to Fall Back in Love with Your Business on episode number 3. Stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.